What up, though? What's up, my brothers and sisters? What's happening? It's the pastor, 7:01. You know, I'm like, what, a couple of minutes late? Well, 1 minute late. All right, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Pastor coming to you live and direct from Tallahassee, Florida. I'm here to celebrate my niece's graduation, her high school graduation, tops in her class and everything, and headed in the fall to FAMU. So I'm down here, me and the wife down here and everything. But I wanted to make sure I got on today and give you all an update on some of the things that's happening for this Unity City or DisUnity City, whatever you want to call it. I call it the DisUnity City event that's going on. It's a very important announcement, so I would appreciate it if you all would share it on out. I don't have any special music going on. I'm not going to be on here long. I'm going to get some people tagged up because folks need to know this, okay? First off, I want to thank everybody that's gotten on board with standing up for this foolishness, this Christianity in disguise, this charlatanism that is going on at the Charleston Music Hall tomorrow and then at Middleton Plantation on Saturday. Under the guise of Christianity, under the guise of creating unity and peace, this is an organization that is funded, backed, and totally in support of the MAGA Trump movement, okay? Let there be no doubt about it. This is not a Christian organization that's talking about furthering the good news of the gospel. This is a political organization that's tied to Moms for Liberty. They're tied to the South Carolina Freedom Caucus, or the National Freedom Caucus base. They're tied to Donald Trump and his MAGA Republican schemes. And, you know, it's a blessing that right here in Charleston, because, of course, we don't lay down here. You better come correct. It's a blessing that here in Charleston, we have people that have stood up to this thing and are preparing to stand up this weekend at the Charleston Music Hall tomorrow and then at Middleton Place on Saturday. So for all of you that are planning on attending, please, please, please be in the house. We need you. We need you. Silence is consent. And for too long, we as a community have been silent about things like this. We don't need to be silent. These people are invading our community, okay? And they're doing it in subversive and subliminal and substandard and everything. Submariner, I don't care what kind of sub it is. Could be an all beef sub, I don't know. But they're doing this in order to infiltrate our communities with this MAGA Republican philosophy that's couched and guised by the cross of Christ. Now, I take personal issue with that because I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I don't appreciate nobody misrepresenting the cross of Christ. And you can say what you want. I know there are thousands that do it regularly, so-called men of God and everything. I know it. I know it. But you ain't gonna walk into my community and get a pass because you talking about you rolling with Jesus. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. So once again, I'm here in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, what's going on? Excuse me, in Tallahassee, Florida. I'm gonna set this down so I can talk a little bit, and I just want to have a quick conversation. Y'all please share this out. Y'all please share this out and try to get some people on here so we can hear this. Again, this is about the DisUnity City event tomorrow. I hope that all of the especially the activists that are going to be a part of this. Somebody tag William Hamilton on here, and others that are going to be part of the events tomorrow. I think that's 8:30 to 9:30 is the protest or counter protest outside of Charleston Music Hall. Please be there. Please be civil. Okay, we don't stoop to the level of others. We stay up top. Okay, but that doesn't mean we have to be silent. And that's one of the problems we've seen consistently in the past is that instead of activists being loud, speaking their mind. Y'all please share this out. Addressing the issues that's going on, we just simply shut up and dribble. We just go on about our way. But y'all know me well enough to know I ain't that kind of pastor, okay? I ain't that kind of activist, okay? That just ain't me. So good to see so many getting on. Y'all please share this out. What's going on? Julius, what's going on? You the first to jump on. Sonia, how are you doing? Y'all, please don't get off. Stay on, because I have a very important announcement that I got to make in this live. And I'm not going to be on this live long. Stacy, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Alan, what's going on, my brother? Yeah, Turning Point USA and Blexit. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. There's so many areas. Adrian, what's going on? All righty. My brother, what's up? All the way from Chi-Town in the house. What's happening, my brother? Carmen, what's going on? Thank you. Yes, this is a very important update about this weekend, okay? Because many times, though, when we do activism, it's a matter of hope, and it's a matter of continuing to work without seeing anything happen. Well, sometimes things happen. Oh, I see I'm in a spot where the mosquitoes gonna come up. Mickey, what's going on? How you doing? All right, my sister, what's happening? Lisa, thank you for joining me. Pastor, what's going on? All right, Robert. All right. Reb, Pat Jones, what's going on? All right, Rashad, what's happening? William J. Hamilton, and what's up, Jack? Great work, okay. Janice, what's happening? All righty. Yes, the details for tomorrow are in the comment section under Alan Morris. Please, anybody. LaQuinta, thank you for joining us. Anybody and everybody that can come out, please come out, okay? Jessica, thank you for joining us. Again, I'm not going to be on long, no fancy music and all of that stuff. I'm down here in Tallahassee, Florida, enjoying family. My niece is graduating from high school tomorrow, and we're down here enjoying family company. And I wish I was going to be there to join you all in the counter protests over the weekend. But you know, I will tell anybody, family first all the time. Elvin, what's going on? Yeah, and Knight Watson, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, in front of the Charleston Music Hall. Cheryl, what's happening? Y'all please share this out. So, as many of you all know, this group popped up on the scene. Actually, I got wind of the advance post, I believe it was, where they were saying, okay, we're getting ready to have this event at Charleston Music Hall. After looking at the people involved in it, you know, which is the Republican youth arm of the Republican Party, the MAGA Republican Party. She was the strategic manager. When I looked at this guy, Lance Wellnow, who is actually one of the ringleaders of that song. When I looked at their history, I said to myself, this ain't nothing but a disguise for the Christian white nationalists that out here, the Seven Mountain Mandate that's out here, and Moms for Liberty, and all of them together wrapped up and couched in the cross of Christ. And we're going to create peace and unity and come together and everything, when the reality is these people is lying. They are lying. They are talking about one thing, but their plan is to do something entirely different, okay? They're trying to sucker people into, especially believers, into following them along this pathway, and before they know it, all of a sudden you following behind this cult mess, okay? And that's all it is. It's some cult mess, okay? But what happened was, and what really ticked me off, was when I found out that my good friend, the Reverend Anthony B. Thompson, Reverend Thompson, many of you are familiar with him. He lost his wife and mother, Emmanuel. And my pastor, Mike Cook, and him and his wife, their wives, they did a panel discussion a week ago, Wednesday. And during that discussion, apparently my pastor mentioned me, and this was right after I had posted my post calling these people out. So one of the leaders, this guy, John, his name is John Reese. He's a dentist here, I think it is. He decided to ask my pastor about me after it was over or something like that. But I come to find out that actually that Anthony, the Reverend Anthony B. Thompson, had actually partnered up with these people. Now, I've known Anthony for a very long time, especially since he lost his wife and mother, Emmanuel. He's newly married and really a great guy. And I said to myself, there's only one or two things that's going on here. Either he's one of those super Christians that feels he can change other people, or he just doesn't know. He just doesn't know what's going on. Well, I finally tried to connect with him earlier this week, and I didn't connect with him. And finally today, I was able to connect with him and talk with him. And guess what? He's not that super Christian. He just did not know what the backstory of this was. He looked at all of the good trappings. Oh, they're talking about unity. They're talking about spreading the good news of the gospel and all that. He knew, that's all he knew. And that's why you see, unfortunately, every time you turn around and talking about Unity City, whose face you see? The black guy up there. Because that's the illusion. That's the illusion. The same way, and I'm not a Chick-fil-A fan when it comes to their, sometimes with their expression of their religious belief. Okay, that's on them. But when they first had their Unity City ads out, they had their sponsors out, and they had Chick-fil-A on this sponsorship as a sponsor. Well, some of our people contacted Chick-fil-A and asked them about it. And Chick-fil-A said, man, we're not sponsoring anything. These people contacted us to cater the event. And then they just put Chick-fil-A's face on there as a sponsor. Guess what Chick-fil-A did? Contacted them and said, take our name off of there. We're not sponsoring this event. But that's the deceptiveness of what these people do. And that's why when you look, if you go to their website or you go look at their event page and all of that, who you see standing up there? Reverend Anthony B. Thompson, okay? Now this girl, Renata Da Silva, she's black. She's when I talk about black, sometimes I just got to talk about color. Because just what's on the outside ain't exactly what's on the inside all the time. You know, she said that, you know, she's one of them people that said January 6th wasn't that much. She's one of them people that said, you know, Black Lives Matters is an anarchist organization, you know. She done said some crazy stuff, her and Candace Owens. But they're Republicans. They're MAGA Trump Republicans. All of these people are. So getting back to Reverend Anthony B. Thompson, when I found out, though, that actually I started looking and I'm saying, wow, he's actually going to be leading the prayer service with these racists, these bigots at Middleton Plantation. So they got the black dude on the plantation leading the prayer service for a bunch of bigots. That's worse than Tim Scott. I love you, Donald. I love you, President Trump. But Anthony didn't know. He didn't have any idea of the backstory, okay? So then I turned around and a couple of days later, I saw that he's actually on the speaking platform for tomorrow. He's one of the speakers. But he didn't know. He didn't know till today. Okay, he didn't know till today. And that's why I got that verse of scriptures there from Ephesians 5:11 through 13. It clearly says, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them. Expose them. For it's shameful even to speak of those things which are done by them in secret. But all things that are exposed are made manifest by the light, for whatever manifests is light. I contacted him finally today. I had a good conversation with him about everything that's going on behind the scenes that he did not know about at all. And at the end of that conversation, there was a couple of things that happened. First off, he was like, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that these people were like that. And then he said, I can't be a part of that. That's the news. It's my understanding that the Reverend Anthony B. Thompson has bowed out of participating in the Unity City, DisUnity City events on Saturday and Sunday, and that he's not going to be a part of it. Now, that's the last I heard from him. I have no reason to think any different. I saw that they just released something on their website talking about him being a part or whatever. It's my understanding that he is not going to be a part of that because he was duped into being a part of that. And once he heard the truth about what's going on, he said, no, I can't support that. This isn't the gospel. This is MAGA Trumpism. That's all it is. This is heresy, actually. That's what it is. And he politely, as far as I heard last, he said, that's it. I'm not in this. I can't be in this. Okay. So to all, this is an example of exposing the darkness. Ephesians 5:11, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them. We can't be silent on these things that matter most. These people are trying to get a foothold in our community so they can put a stranglehold on our community. And we cannot let them do it. Alan is putting up some great references in here. Please share this out, y'all. Other people need to hear this. Because tomorrow, when you're downtown, for those that go, you're going to probably see some people down there. Here's what I'm asking. If you see some people that you know going up in there, please take a minute to talk to them about what's really going on. If they'll talk to you, talk to them. Not belligerently, please. Not belligerently. You can talk to them respectfully and tell them what's going on and let them decide from that point, because there are a lot of people who are fooled by this foolishness. And we can't just let it happen. If any of the pastors are going down there, if you happen to see a pastor that you know, before you go in there, let them know, please, because they might just be thinking this is all good. They might be saying, and not know that the real is that these people are trying to groom them. I'm going to use their term, groom them and indoctrinate them into their MAGA Republican foolishness. Okay. Anybody that's going down there, please, I'm asking you all, take pictures. Take pictures, especially if you recognize some of the people that are going on the inside. If you see Leah Watley going in there, school board member Leah Watley, or any one of the other five Charleston County School Board Moms for Liberty candidates, Ed Kelly, Keith Grabowski, Pam McKinney, Leah Watley, Carlotta Bailey, take their picture. Get close enough or zoom in there close enough to take their picture, because we're going to expose them after this thing is over. If you see any of them candidates from North Charleston that ran and lost, if you see Rhonda Jerome down there, if you see, what that dude named, Curtis Merriweather Jr. coming in there, whoever it is, take these people's pictures, okay? Because they're going in there to be part of this subversive element that's bent on destroying democracy and actually taking us to make America great again. For them, that means taking us as minorities, poor people, black, brown, taking us back to a place where we've at least had some gains in. They're going to try to remove all of that. And part of that is to get Donald Trump in. If you have not read Project 2025 or any highlights from it, please read that. This is a reality. If Trump wins this election, there'll be a target on my back for sure, because I talk. But that come with the program for me. I know I'm saved, so I'm good to go. But that's going to be part of it. They will be cleansing this nation of anybody that doesn't think, act, and do what they want done, okay? And this thing, Moms for Liberty, all of these things are connected. That North Palm Church, if you see anybody from North Palm Church, off of Cross County Road in North Charleston, going up in this place, get their pictures, please. Let them see you taking their pictures. Please. I can't stress it enough. Send me the pictures, or send them to Hamilton or somebody. Send them to Alan Moore or somebody, so that we can make sure that we compile lists of the people that went up in there, because they're going up in there for a different reason than people who don't know no better going up in there. Theirs is about domination. The term for what they're doing is called dominionism, and it's about white nationalism Christianity, white nationalist Christianity. Dominionism. That means that they, as Christian believers, quote unquote, and they're not Christian believers. Okay, let me just get that straight. They believe that their job is to take over or take dominion over the world for Jesus. Okay, and they do it by practicing the 7 mountains mandate. 7 areas where they feel that they have to take over our world, so that it'll be, I guess, a Christian world. So that means that they have to take over education, like Moms for Liberty is trying to do, right? But we know Moms for Liberty is also working through churches like North Palm, and they're vetting candidates to run for office through places like that, okay? So not only do you have education with Moms for Liberty, but going through North Palm and whatever, you're talking about religion, and you're talking about government. That's why you see people with the South Carolina Freedom Caucus. If you see any of them there, if you see Matt Lieber roll up in there, take his picture. He's a House representative running for Senate now. Take his picture. But it's education, religion, government, family, I think it's economics, arts and media, and there's one more. And there's one more. I'll find it. I'll figure it out. Those are the 7 mountains, and they feel like they have got to control, and they're doing this undercover. They're doing this undercover. Even them running for office, right? Their candidates, they go to trainings that show them how to talk like the people want to hear so that they can get elected. But then when they get elected in office, they're going to do exactly what they've been told through the MAGA Trump movement, okay? They're going to carry out that plan, okay? Entertainment, that's right. They have to take over entertainment. Thank you, Bo. Thank you, Bo. That's the other one. That's the other one, okay? Yeah, if Nancy May shows her face, take her picture. All of them, no matter who it is, please take pictures and send me those pictures so we can compile a list of who is in there, not to be for anything malicious. I want you all to understand, we don't do malicious. That's not what we do. Anytime that we have to become the opposition in order to beat the opposition, then we are already lost. We already lost. If we have to act like January 6th insurrectionists in order to win this fight, we've already lost it. Okay? They're the heathens. We're not. We're not. Even though that's the first thing they want to paint people like me, especially as that I'm the heathen. But I'm not. I'm not. I just use scripture to justify exactly what I did. Okay? When I talked to Reverend Anthony B. Thompson today, and he was not only man enough, but gentleman enough and Christian enough to stop and say, I was wrong. I was wrong about these people. They had me duped. I know a bunch of us out here, pride wouldn't even let them say that. But that's a man of God, because he stopped and he said, no, no, I can't be a part of that. I'm not going to be a part of that. And I saw that again. I saw them they put out some kind of release on that, maybe their Facebook page or something, had his picture up there. Like I said, let's make sure that the people know the black guy is with us. The black guy ain't with them. Okay. That girl, Renata Da Silva, is with them, but the black guy ain't with them. Okay. And they have all kinds of different things. You know, they had one dude that's with them, that's speaking, tomorrow. I forget, I think the name Rick Green or something like that. He made a social media post praising Kyle Rittenhouse. Y'all know that the little kid, the 16-year-old with the military assault style weapon that went to Milwaukee and killed up people because of his racism. He praised him, okay? And he's speaking tomorrow, okay? These people have a pseudo-Christianity, pseudo meaning false Christianity. It is not Christianity. Don't equate it with Christianity. And if me and them are in the same room and you say y'all Christians, I might lose my religion because I might have to punch somebody out. Yeah, Kenosha, Bo, thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Reverend Anthony B. Thompson for doing the right thing. And shout out to anybody on the negative side who thought right off the bat when you saw him that he was working along with him, without stopping to say, I wonder if he really knows what's going on. We have to get to that point where we are considerate enough to understand that there might be another story other than what we think, okay? Other than what we think. I wish that we could get, the people on that other side to understand that, because then maybe they would listen to us as a people and understand that we really just want to live like everyone else with the promises that we were given at birth. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's all we want to do. I don't want to fight with people. I have other things to do. I want to sit here and enjoy my weekend with my family. But instead, I got to think about, I really don't have to, but I'm going to, it's something inside of me that's one. I have to think about these racist bigots trying to sneak their way into Charleston County, Dorchester County, and Berkeley County. By the way, Berkeley County and Dorchester County, y'all need to be down there tomorrow morning. Y'all need to be down there tomorrow morning. Come with your signs, come with your cameras, be prepared. Because you're going to see some people from your community walking in there, some who might go in unwittingly that you might be able to talk to either then or later on. Please, no confrontations, no matter what. No confrontations, no matter what. And then you might see some who you thought all along was Moms for Liberty or part of these other subversive groups going in there. Get their picture. Get their picture. Get their picture. I think that the protest is going to go from 8:30 to 9:30. Alan Morris has put the information in the drop down. I see Bo Rupert says that there's going to be a brunch at Saffron sometimes afterward, I think it's going to be. And I also heard that there's going to be a conversation session over at the library. I think starting at like 10:30 or something like that. I'm not exactly sure about that. I heard it. Check with William Hamilton on it. And please, if you can attend that, just to have the conversation with Diverse City, okay? Because, you know, if they're going to be Unity City, I say DisUnity City, then William Hamilton came up with a great title for the counter protests or counter protesters as Diverse City, because that's what we are. We're one nation under God, individual. And if you're an atheist or an agnostic who doesn't believe it, we're one nation with liberty and justice for all. It's just that simple. These people that pervert the fundamentals, principles of our nation, and many of them are just the same way. They're hypocritical, just like those same founding fathers were, who wrote that all men are created equal. But in reality, they were slave owners. They did not believe in equality for their women. They were hypocrites, period. But it sounded good on paper, though. We don't need no paper, nothing. We need people operating out the heart, from the heart, okay? So I'm going to get on off of here. Please, tomorrow morning, 8:30, Charleston Music Hall, outside of Charleston Music Hall. No confrontations, please. Please, I'm just asking. You know, if somebody doesn't want to talk, if you go to talk to somebody and they don't want to talk to you, just have a great day and keep going, okay? But no matter which way it goes, this is a victory. Because here it is the day before, and they plastered Anthony Thompson's picture all over everything. So disrespectful. This man who lost his wife to racism. These people would use that in order to endear themselves to him. Trash. That girl Renata DeSalva, she like sent me a message talking about, I mean, not a message, but on the post, the first post I had. Well, can't we sit down and talk about? We ain't got nothing to talk about. She need to change her ways. Her and all the rest of them need to change their ways. And until they change their ways, they need to keep Jesus out their mouth. Because what they're doing ain't got nothing to do with Jesus. Nothing at all. So I'm going to get off of here. It's been good. It's been fun. Again, I'm down here in Tallahassee for my niece's graduation. And I'm loving life. And I'm loving the fact that, you know, not just am I having a good time here, but I'm hearing of good works that's happening right there in Charleston right now. And I'm so proud of Reverend Anthony B. Thompson for just listening and then saying, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. Now, of course, if we see differently, then okay, we act accordingly. But I just want to know, I mean, I want everybody to know, especially for those who are believers in here who go to church and everything, those who will say, well, don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. It's going to be all right. My Bible tells me to have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them. And that's exactly what happened. That's Ephesians 5, verse 11. That's exactly what happened in this situation. And it says in verse 12, for it is shameful even to speak of those things which are done by them in secret. They got to go. They got to go. The battle is not over. The battle is a long way from being over. We have to stay the course. We have to keep pushing. We have to stay vigilant. We cannot rest because they ain't resting. All they're going to do is go back and regroup and come out stronger. They're working. Definitely be on the lookout for all of these folks out here that's popping up running for office. That we gotta vet these people. We got to vet them. All right, folks, I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to get me something to eat before these mosquitoes start raising up big time, because they working on it, and they working on it. And I must have some good tasting blood or something. I ain't know, okay? But listen, again, I'm so proud of you all. I thank you all so much. Stay strong, stay vigilant, keep pushing. The works of darkness will not win as long as we keep pushing. We cannot let up. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. That's right. And make sure that you get out there tomorrow. Take somebody out there. Would you call somebody tonight? Invite them along to come out there tomorrow. Because if we have a big showing out there tomorrow, that's going to send them a strong message. And they need a strong message that they ain't welcome here. Unless they're ready to come here and join with what we do. Not to come here and present some kind of deception, trying to trick that trickology their way into our community and wind up having people supporting a discriminatory, bigoted MAGA Trump initiative. With that being said, folks, have a wonderful evening. Okay, I'll be back on Sunday in time for the ceasefire rally with Stunner and Positive Vibes. Please come on out to that. The flyer's on my page. And please continue to get involved and to stay involved, okay? Now's the time. If we don't change it now, if not us, who? If not now, when? If we don't change it, we're going to leave this mess for our children. We are setting them up for a nation that will kill them. That will kill them if they don't get on board with what these people are talking about. Don't set them up. You're the change that we've been waiting on. That person in the mirror is the change we've been waiting on. Let's make that change. Y'all take care. I love you all. Have a great evening and a safe weekend. Peace.